20 more. We gon' raise a toast before we raise a sword. I see you been working, we been working more. Yeah, time to get it, we won't wait no more.
Hey guys, hope you're doing well and you are enjoying your school holidays. The day that I'm filming this video is on the 23rd of June, and winter holidays and everything. I just want to be comfortable right now. I was just sitting down and I was on my PC and looking, and I was just like looking at my old clips of the videos that I was supposed to edit and upload, but I couldn't. And now I was just like, you know what, I miss creating, and why did I stop and everything. And I just miss creating and looking at my life and just like, damn, what happened then? Yeah, but that's personal. So today guys, as you've seen by the title of the video, I'm going to be talking about mental health, the importance of mental health. And I love the fact that on my, I don't know which channel I'm gonna upload this, but on my last channel titled Imara, check me out there. I shared tips on how to beat depression as a teenager, and I think that's solid, very solid tips. And I also have some videos on them, burnout and everything, just about stuff. I think that's good for one's mental health. But today I just want to talk about mental health. But before we get into mental health, I want us to look at the stigma of mental health and the problem that we have in mental health in the black community. You know, I'm African, by the way. You can see, okay, that was not need for me to say that, but yeah, I'm African, born in an African home. Both of my parents are African, black African. Yeah, and I'm in the community. Everyone is African, almost that just my camera just boom. As I was saying about that, looking at the mental health stigma in the black community, I'm not going to talk about the other communities. I'm just on a specifically today we focus on the black community. There is a lot of stigma in our community about mental health, and some of the stigma is caused by the fact that, you know what, there's no way that someone could be depressed in a way. You know, when you just going through, there's no such thing as mental illness. And we look at the illnesses such as depression, anxiety, and all of those things stigmatized as being like, they're not sicknesses that you can literally see from someone says, oh my god, Nomthandazo is depressed, oh my god, Emily is depressed, oh my god, this is the problem. Just your face screams it out, oh my god, today I'm depressed. But unless it's sort of like something that is severe, and if you're someone who's familiar with that, or people who are familiar with depression, so they can really understand, oh, those are the symptoms of depression, anxiety. So I think one of the first stigma is denial. Damn, denial. That, you know what, because we can't see someone, it's like when you're sick, you can't see. It's like when you're sick, basically physically sick. Let's say you are physically sick, when we can see, like, you know what, something is wrong, like as for like, you know what, there's something that is going on, because it's a physical sickness, you know. But with mental illness, because it's you know, you can't see it, I feel like that's a huge factor that people can contribute to people stigmatizing mental health. But at the same time, I don't think denial or denying that these things are real is gonna solve our problems, because as you look at the statistics, the black community is more affected by mental illnesses than compared to other communities. So I don't think denial on its own is gonna help us reach our destination of just people being aware that mental illnesses are real, and people be willing to take action and to get the help that they need. Because as much as someone may having a mental illness problem, you can't force anyone to go to therapy. I once went for therapy, and therapy is a place where you have to be also willing to work with the therapist or the psychiatrist or someone that is on the other side in order for you to heal or to reach that destination of you of being okay. So I feel like one thing we have to eliminate in our communities is the part of denying. When you have a problem, you have to sit down and hopefully have that enough self-awareness that I want to get help. I want to work on myself, and that's what I'm saying. Number 2 is over spiritualizing stuff. By the way, I'm a Christian, guys. I don't want to lie, and I'm a Christian. And I understand spiritual warfare, the part of spiritual warfare and everything. Spiritual warfare is real, and I don't want to sort of like, spiritual warfare is real. And one thing I personally believe and I have seen is that life is entirely spiritual. Before something could manifest in the physical realm, it first manifests in the spiritual realm. I am well aware of that, but I think Jesus and therapy can go hand in hand. You can't acknowledge that you have a problem and you are praying about it, but you're not also putting action about it. Because one thing you have to realize is that God helped those who help themselves, and God help those who have themselves, and you have to give God something to work with. So I think that's something you have to really eliminate in the black community. And one thing also I have to look at, let's talk about the black woman mental health. Our mothers, our sisters, I would also count myself then the young black woman mental health thing. I feel like we also have to address the strong black woman stereotype in our society, especially in terms of our women. I was watching this interview where they have is it Janae Norman? I will try to link it down below. They had a psychiatrist, they had two other women, and so it was so powerful to just hear women of color, black women specifically sitting down to talk about the issues that are there. And it's such a powerful interview, so touching. I even cried on some parts because there were some parts that I could relate as of someone who just went through some season where just my mental health was just really messed up, and I just felt like there was no hope. But I thank God for helping me to come out of that, and also for the action that I put it towards getting out of that situation. And so I think we need to address the strong black woman stereotype. It has its roots in slavery, but slavery is no more. As much as slavery is part of our history, the strong black woman, it must die. I don't quite agree with that, because I think it pushes our black women to just be assuming in their minds that they can take on whatever, even if it's toxic. You can do stuff like this. You can do this, when you just have to also just sit down, listen to your body, unlock to that feminine side of you, and just be alive. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You just have to simply be alive and just look after yourself and your mental health. And one thing I'm just realizing about the strong black woman stereotype, it pushes the black woman to just being, I don't know if I'm correct, to just being them, just like I can do it when they're tired, when they're this and everything. So as the generation that is growing up, and us, we have to just really sit down and be like, you know what, I don't want to be part of that. And also not as the generation that is here, but also the women that are now the women that like our mothers and the women that are aware with this stereotype, to not claim it as their identity, because you are more than a strong black woman. You are a human being. And also another thing that ties to stereotypes in the black community in terms of mental health is toxic masculinity, like indoda aikali and everything, and all of that things, like you have to be strong, you can take on whatever. I don't mean to judge the concept of masculinity and the fact that the masculine leads and everything, and not to judge on that and everything. But I also think that men are human too. You are human too. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be like, you know what, this is a lot, you know. I'm not a man, so I can't really speak from the perspective of the man on what are their thoughts on this part, but I feel like toxic masculinity is harming our country more than it's our society, more than it's fixing it. And I don't think this is a problem particularly in the black community only, but also in other communities. Like other communities, I think toxic masculinity must die. You are a human being. It's okay to just, you know, when you're going through a hard time, acknowledge that you are this is hurtful, you know, and everything. Guys, I'm a feminist, and we don't hate men, and we're not here to just, I'm not here to just say stuff and everything, but I think toxic masculinity is really ruining our society more than it's really helping. Because if you look at the statistics, the gender that kills itself, that makes commit suicide is the male side. Where are we going as a society in terms of that? So let's talk about teen mental health. I think I would want to make a video on, oh my god, I think I would want to make a video on teen mental health, because I think it's important, and it's also as students and staff, high school, yeah, it has its challenges. So far in terms of my high school career, I just want to be done and out of that school that I'm at, and I don't think the school is I don't know, I just want to be out, and I feel like I'm at the point where I just want to have a new start. I won't say I'm quite enjoying my high school journey. I don't know, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to turn you guys into my therapies and everything, but I think high school, it can be a nice time and everything, you're growing up. But I think so far for me, having some challenges there and there, but God has been bringing me through and everything. So one thing I can say about us as teenagers in terms of our mental health, I think is to really be serious about our health in general, not just our mental health in terms of looking out for ourselves, but in terms of mental health. The first tip that I can give us is just to grab and learn as much as information as you can towards what is mental health, because I like what the mental health community is doing. They're making awareness, you know. We have mental health awareness month or day, and people are just sharing their stories and everything, you know, more like dyslexia awareness day, you know, and everything, autism, you know, just sort of like, you know, making awareness of those parts of our lives as people. And I love what the mental health community is saying. But one thing I can say is to learn as much as you can, especially in depression and anxiety. And for me particularly, what has helped me a lot to improve my mental health is connecting and growing closer with God, and just sort of like going up to God and just presenting whatever I'm going through, and then just to not walk with God but invite him to walk with me. And that's what I'm saying, and make moves with God and make moves for God, and sort of like just really inviting God into my life. And also I think exercise is really good, and it's just a habit that I'm really fighting to go back into. And also journaling, having the safe space to be like, you know what, I'ma put it out on there, I'ma put it on paper, and I'ma present it, and I'm just gonna be breathing it out. And also just spending time with energizers, people, friends who are just there and just there for you. And also another thing, you can take a break off social media to just clear off your mind, and just put that social media, take that social media break, and just read books, do stuff you enjoy, go on a walk and everything. Make sure that if what you're saying is not safe, don't force things, you know what I'm saying. I feel like our mental health is important. And just one thing, I told one of my friends years back that I think Gen Z is gonna make great parents in terms of mental health, because we're more aware of these things compared to the other generations, which I think is cool. I'm not saying that Gen Z is perfect, because honestly speaking, we have our own issues, and we have our own issues and everything. But I don't know, I think, guys, yeah, we I don't know, yeah, but I think, yeah, I think we're gonna make good parents. I think so. So just having that time to just look after our mental health. I don't know if I'm gonna upload this video. I hope I can. And yeah, So thank you. Be sure to subscribe. I'll be uploading more talks, more vlogs. I don't know, I just feel like creating, and I just pray that God please help me to create. And I think I just want to reach more people that I can, I guess, and just have a community with you guys and just let's talk. So what are your thoughts on mental health, and what are some stigmas about mental health and everything? So guys, I hope you found this useful. That was just my opinion. You are welcome to disagree, to have your own opinions. Just remember, don't be a chameleon. Question whatever you get, what is presented to you, and actually just check if is it something that aligns with you. Until next time, keep going, keep thriving. You have what it takes, you are what it takes. So bye.